So Dr. Mynderse is currently an assistant professor and the director of MS in Mechatronic Systems Engineering program in the Department of Mechanical Engineering at Lawrence Tech University. He joined Lawrence Tech from Purdue University, where he did his PhD, master's, and bachelor's, all in mechanical engineering. Dr. Mynderse teaches courses in both undergraduate and graduate level in dynamic systems and control, modern control systems, mechatronic design, and mechatronic system integration. His courses include active and collaborative learning, problem-based learning modules, which improve student participation and learning. He also serves as the faculty advisor for the Lawrence Tech Baja SAE team, and his research interests include dynamic systems and control with application to piezoelectric actuators, microfluidics, unmanned aerial vehicles, and additive manufacturing. So with that introduction, I'm excited to introduce Dr. Mynderse. So James, thank you very much for your willingness to present about mechatronics and robotics and Lawrence Tech. And I am eagerly looking forward to see and hear your presentation. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Nima, for that introduction. Hopefully you can hear me all right. So, as you pointed out, my title is Mechatronics and Robotics at Lawrence Tech, incorporating pedagogies of engagement. So I'm going to walk through a little bit about Lawrence Tech because, frankly, I bet a lot of us don't know much about Lawrence Tech, so I always like to take the opportunity to introduce the university. I'll give you a brief background on our robotics and mechatronic systems engineering programs, and then I'll talk in a little more detail about what we call pedagogies of engagement and how Lawrence Tech has been partnering with Keen to revamp our entire engineering curriculum. And finally, I'll give you an example of a couple of modules that I've been using along with some assessment data. So when I start a presentation like this, I always like to do a show of hands and see who's heard of Lawrence Tech before, but it's kind of hard to do that in a webinar, so I'm going to assume that at least someone does not have their hand raised. We're a small private university. We're mostly engineering and architecture, although we do have some degree offerings outside of those. We're located in the Metro Detroit area. We're just north of Detroit proper, but still within that first ring of suburbs. The lower picture there is a nice picture of our quad on a sunny day. Unlike what we've been seeing lately, it's been kind of rainy. And the upper left picture is our newest academic building on campus, the Taubman Complex. If you look at the right side ground level, you can actually see a couple of windows there of our new robotics lab. So as you pointed out, I'm in the mechanical engineering department. It's our largest department on campus. We've got 9 degree programs and about 700 students as of this semester. Our Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering and our Master of Science in Mechanical Engineering are our largest programs, but the focus today is going to be on our Robotics Engineering and our Mechatronic Systems Engineering programs. As you can see, they're a little bit smaller, but they're certainly interesting programs, and that's where all of my work is, so I'm happy to talk about them. Lawrence Tech was founded on the Ford Model T production facility off of Woodward Avenue, and we've maintained that tradition of theory and practice. That's actually our university motto. And you see a lot of that showing up in terms of our faculty, in terms of our students, and in terms of our course offerings. So within the Mechatronic Systems Engineering program, our master's level program, we have 6 full-time faculty that contribute in some way teaching some course that is taken by the mechatronics students. But in addition to those 6 full-time faculty, we have 10 adjunct faculty that also participate in the program. And our adjunct faculty are coming from all of the local automotive and other industries that surround us, which is great being in Detroit. So these folks are typically working full-time or retired from local industry. They're teaching evening classes for us, and we see quite a few of them, and the students really enjoy the experience that they bring to the classroom. You can see they actually outnumber the full-time faculty, at least in the mechatronics program. We have fewer in the robotics engineering program, but we do have a few.